show you how to make a lot of cheese. I got the dialect of dairy in my diary. I'm from a lactose intolerance community.
It's week 10 of the National Football League. And up next, we'll see Jalen Hurts. Solid performance a week ago, throwing for 3 touchdowns. It's the Oilers and the Bears, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
Now from the great state of Illinois, EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the second city of Chicago. Today we hit double digits, week 10, and we've got a good one in store. Between the Houston Oilers taking on the Chicago Bears. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our 2 quarterbacks, certainly 2 of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played.
Here now to get us started is Logan Cook. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by a Heisman runner-up during his college days. It's the versatile Jalen Hurts.
Tremendous production in college at 2 different universities, and this is a guy who was a finalist for a Heisman Trophy. Still much more of a runner than a thrower, but has plenty of arm and is capable of making the big throws downfield. And don't underestimate his ability to think the game. Remember, he's the son of a coach.
This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. This defense for the Bears very strong in that victory a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 2. Play action. Here's Hurts. Out to us, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The corner blitz gets him that time as he goes down for a short loss. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Hurts sets up to throw it. Dancing to his left. Oh, he bowls over it. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. You look at this Bears defense. They come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
This secondary has really developed into one of the strengths of this team. They diagnose, they cover, they run, they hit. What a nice team.
Throwing is Hurts. And that is incomplete.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And at quarterback from the University of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it in the middle of the schedule. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Caught. It's Huff. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be second down. Justin Herbert looking to pass, eluding the pressure right. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have the Bears first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. The Bears at 7-1 now on the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Bears on the move. They've got another first down. Herbert back to the air. And that's complete to Huff. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, do I have that dagger play? Do I have that play and just finish them off right now? Because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
When you look at this defense, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it? Brought in by Huff. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the...
Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bears will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. That's going to be caught downfield by Slayton. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. And they'll run it from the gun with Miller. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Kendre Miller, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Aubrey good with a PAT. And that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. Hurts. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. From the gun, it's Hurts. And the pressure gets to him again. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Ready for the 2nd quarter, and it's our visitors with the football. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Carlos Basham able to record his 5th sack of the season. They bring their punter out there now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. First kick 47. This one looks good as well. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And the Bears take over. The Chicago offense set to get started. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go, and we've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they want a 1st or 2nd seed come playoff time.
Give him 30 yards there.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
On 2nd and 10, the ball back with Herbert. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
21.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps. And the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. And now out comes Hugh. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
But no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the first half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to fool them. Screen passes like that can take a little steam out of what's been a relentless rush so far.
Hurts. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Here's Hurts to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. Down the sideline he goes. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. Aubrey now for the point after. And the lead is now 24. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Houston's offense taking over again. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Under pressure, and they got to him again. The corner blitz pays off there as they sack him for a loss of 5. So they bring out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Here's Hardy set to return. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit. And they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. Here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Herbert. And he comes back with one complete. He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. To the air again, Herbert. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. A great play there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Bears are able to widen their lead here in this first half. I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Aubrey now for the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing. Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated. Second down, here's Hurts. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. A handoff as they run the counter play. No gain on the play there. Nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on fourth. And they'll send out their punter now. Standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And maybe a chance for a quick completion and then a long field goal try. We'll see. That to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
The final shot before the break for Herbert. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll head down. Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
21. 12, 12.
Out of the gun, Herbert. Catch made by Slayton. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to put...
nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
That ball caught by Slayton. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Herbert on first down now. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another first down.
And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Herbert. Underneath for Miller. They find some open field here. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards. On first down, Justin Herbert. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablet.
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. And they're going to speed things up here. Herbert off of play action. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's going to be caught. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down.
And that big gain may just change the thought process here on 4th down. I think in the red zone, they might now consider going for it on 4th down.
And they'll run for it with Miller. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Kendre Miller with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Hurts sets up to throw it. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Throwing is Hurts. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Carlos Basham picks up his second sack of the afternoon. On now is the punter as he's on for the 5th time here today. On the return, Hardy. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Chicago offense set to get started. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 22 yards there, a 1st down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And he whips that one incomplete there.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Now a 2nd and 10. Inside handoff now, Miller. Pretty nice aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
3rd and 3. Back to throw here, Herbert. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Herbert now. Flushed out right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. Well, up big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on. Touchdown! Darius Slayton, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Houston set to take over. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays just like that one we saw there.
Out of the gun now on third down. Being chased out left. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. On first down, Hurts. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Hurts. Flush to his right. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
The plan was clearly to challenge that by sending a blitz on second down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for a first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bears sack. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to fourth down. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remote's clicking off right now. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Ram. 7-yard line. Coleman trips right.
Here's Herbert. And that's going to be caught downfield by Slayton. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Give him 32 on the play.
And even with the game seemingly in hand, they're continuing to fire away, pressing the ball down the field. Listen, it's worked all day. No reason to go away from it now.
On first and 10, Herbert. Eluding the pressure right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down.
Baylor Tiger. Go.
Here's Herbert. And it's caught. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Aubrey now for the point after. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it's capped off by an A.J. Brown touchdown. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests. But in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
And good yardage there on first down because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Here's Hurts to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw again. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead them to 4th down. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And this will be taken at the 13. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Bears offense out there set and ready to go. They'll try and run some clock here with Miller. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Again, it's Miller. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. For the winning team here, Charles, that's about as big and clean of a win as you can hope for in the National Football League. No turnovers. Meanwhile, you forced turnovers. You didn't allow any points, and you put up a bunch of points. What an effort.
And, Brandon, I just have to add